What's up, guys? Back with another video. Today we are looking at a small article coming from Games Chronicles. Says discs don't really make sense for the consumer, says Take-Two boss on GTA 6's digital launch, which they just dropped some information about possible gameplay that will be revealed on Netflix. I think it's sometime coming up next week from the making of this video. Also, this is coming from the CEO of Take-Two. He believes that, which the way we're all going seems that digital is the only way now. No more discs. That's pretty much done for Sony. They've already announced that a little bit ago that they are no longer doing disc drives. They're no longer doing physical discs for games. And he says he thinks it's a good idea and it makes sense that they're going down that route. So let's see what else he has to say. So guys, it says here, discs don't really make sense for the consumer, says Take-Two boss on GTA 6 digital launch. Take-Two CEO is not concerned about the lack of a physical digital or physical disc for GTA 6. It says Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has said that discs don't really make sense for the consumer in an investor Q&A. Take-Two is the parent company of Rockstar, the developer of the Grand Theft Auto series. The announcement that the upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6 would be digital only was met with uproar from fans, which they've also mentioned before that there's a possibility they will come out with the disc version. Will it really matter? No, I don't think it's going to matter at all. The digital version and the disc version at this time is pretty much the same thing. The disc is, you can just say you have a disc. I mean, you're going to put the disc in and it's probably going to do the same thing the digital download is going to do. So, I mean, you probably get some other stuff like physical goodies with that, Epic collection or whatever they do. But me personally, I have no reason or any, I don't have any business getting a physical version of the game. I don't really care for it. It says, our business is well over 90% digitally distributed, Zelnick said in the Q&A as spotted by IGN. Quote, it's already a digital business, so in certain instances, especially if it's a big game, discs just, and no, I said, discs don't really make sense for the consumer. Okay, well, we all know that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be a very huge game. I can't imagine how much it's going to take on the hard drive to have. But fitting all that onto a disc, they would probably have to, my guess, they would have to make at least 2 or 3 discs, and they just don't see any reason to doing that. And hence, they're, Sony's getting away with from discs. He says, quote, also, most instances you have to register online to play anyhow. So if you're already connected, who cares if you download digitally? It's all the same, and it's much more convenient. Which I agree, it's much more convenient. Is it all the same? Yeah, like I said earlier, it's going to be the same thing. You put the disc in, it's going to download digitally anyway. There's pretty much nothing on discs these days. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but from what I know, there's not much on disc. Everything's just digitally downloaded, and maybe a little bit of the game is on the disc just to get it in there. I guess so. So it says, so that's where the world is going, in our opinion, and I think Sony understands that. We certainly understand that. It doesn't mean that we won't have physical editions now and then. I'm sure we will, in the same way that there's still vinyl in the record music business, but in other instances, it just won't make sense. So like I said, I'm sure they're going to come out with the disc version of it. They kind of hinted at it. They'll come out with the physical version. Will it mean anything? No, it's just to appease people that want to keep collecting discs, physical. But again, even if you get it on disc, I don't think it really matters anymore. The announcement that GTA 6 would not be available in a physical format was followed up by Sony announcing the PS5 game discs would no longer be produced for games launching after January 2028. Sony later confirmed we're going to cautiously move this forward when asked about the decision during a Q&A now. PS5 boxes are appearing with warning labels explaining the disc situation. So right now, if you haven't heard, PS5 boxes are coming with a little disclaimer saying that in the future there's going to be no reason to buy discs. You won't be able to buy discs. Just so you know, it's really small. They're just telling people right off the bat, just so you know, when you buy this, no more discs in the future. That's it. So they're really going forward with this. So Take-Two has reiterated that it predicts an $8 billion in net bookings for fiscal year 2027 thanks to GTA 6. And that's it, guys. I mean, it's kind of crazy that, $8 billion profit off a game. That is nuts to me. But GTA is a huge game. I plan on getting it. Plenty of my friends plan on getting it. I'm looking forward to playing it. Looking forward to seeing what the gameplay looks like. Me personally, you know what you're going to get with Grand Theft Auto, any of those games, but it would still be nice to see some gameplay soon. So, but they're moving ahead. It's coming up fast. November is not too far off, and GTA 6 is finally going to be out. But what do you guys think about what he thinks about, doesn't make sense for the consumer about having discs anymore? I kind of agree with him. But then again, I stopped using digital. I stopped using discs, and I went digital like 3 years ago. But I'll leave it at that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you like videos like this, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and have a great day. Bye.